All right, welcome back to the throttle vlog. Today we're going to be working on our Subaru STI, and today we're going to be installing our brushless Deatschwerks 440 fuel pump. And the reason we're doing this is because we're getting ready to head off to the dyno very shortly with delicious tuning. And in order to make sure that we can make good numbers on the dyno, we want to make sure the fuel system is up to par. So if you guys saw a previous video, we introed our new fuel injector clinic injectors. They're 1200 cc. We've got our new DW 440 brushless pump, and we also have our delicious tuning E85 kit, which is going to allow us to pump a bunch of fuel into this thing and actually increase some airflow and create some more horsepower. So we're excited to get this thing installed. This is something that could be run in the car without any tune, just to upgrade the fuel pump for whatever purpose you might want. But for our purposes, it's so that we can make a bit more power. That's probably why you would want to install it as well. Being that this is a brushless pump, it's new to me. I've never installed one of these before, so today is gonna be my first time doing this. It looks pretty straightforward. We're basically adding a module that's gonna tell this pump how to operate, and it requires a little bit more wiring and a little bit more modification to the fuel carrier that's inside the fuel tank. So to get started, I'm gonna pull out the bottom of the back seat. I'm gonna remove the factory fuel pump carrier, which has the fuel pump inside, hence the name carrier. Take that apart, we'll remove the factory fuel pump, and we'll start installing our Deatschwerks pump. As a reminder, one of you guys is going to win $500 by joining throtl's VIP before the end of the month. Click the link in the description down below and join the VIP program today. Okay, well, we got the factory pump out. We've got our new Deatschwerks pump all set up, ready to go in. Went ahead and lubed up the O-rings so that they slide in nice and easy. We do need to make some modifications to this carrier housing. This is the top portion where the pump actually sits inside of here. So according to the directions from Deatschwerks, we need to actually trim out some of this. So looking at the instructions, it says we need to cut out from about here to here and then straight across here. So we'll get rid of this area, and that's because these pumps, this pump, if you notice, is much fatter than this one. So this thing hugs the side of this pump really closely, where we won't have room for this housing. So by removing this portion, we're able to put this bigger pump in. Oh, I should say too, like, I was kind of worried that maybe this wouldn't be reversible if you wanted to put a factory fuel pump or factory size fuel pump back in. But it doesn't interfere with any of the clips or anything that would hold the factory pump in. So even if you wanted to go back, you could still go back. You wouldn't have to replace this.
they ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine.
It says I have to clear out all this material and drill a hole directly through the center.
You're building a bomb over here.
Hit the accessory. You there? Okay, now turn the car off. Okay, that's good. That's our switch power. Okay, well, as you can see, I've rewired this, ran our brushless DW fuel pump wiring through the factory grommet here into the car. We've got our box here, but I haven't mounted it yet because we haven't tested it. So I want to make sure that we've got power and everything works good, and then at that point we'll put some double-sided tape on this or some Velcro and fasten it to the chassis where it won't rattle. But for now, it's time to turn the key on. We actually tapped into, for power, we tapped into the factory switched power to the fuel pump, so that'll send power to our brushless. And then we grounded the black and white wires according to the instructions. That's what you're to do, because these pumps are actually pretty cool, and you can actually have staged pumps, and you use the white wire for the staging. In our case, we're only using one pump at high speed, and if that's the case, we just ground. So we went ahead and grounded it, got our wiring routed here out of the way, re-loomed with our flex loom that we get through Metra, and made it look, you know, somewhat factory, and it's all protected, which is really cool. Went ahead and sealed up all the connections here. This is a quick disconnect. Put some tape around that just in case anybody spills a soda or I don't know, if somebody has a kid and they win this car and they have a car seat back here, they spill a bottle or whatever, no water's gonna get in there and ruin the fuel pump. So it's a moment of truth. Time to find out if this thing works. Oh shit, I hear it. You hear that thing? Sounds really unique. Okay, go ahead and try and start it. Nailed it. Oh, it's getting cold. I can see my breath. See that? Well, probably, arguably, the easiest install on this car is going to be the K&N drop-in filter. Because it's a giveaway car and because we respect the California Air Resources Board, we are using a carb-legal drop-in air filter. These are known to provide a little bit of extra horsepower because they flow a lot better than a factory paper filter. So we're going to go ahead and just throw this in real quick after our fuel pump install here. Oh, just a good stick in there. Yeah, simple installation. So it took all of about 5 minutes. So now we can go boost and know we have clean air. All right, well, that's gonna wrap it up for today. I'll be back tomorrow though, because we've got our E85 flex fuel kit that we need to install. So I'll go ahead and get a fresh crack on that in the morning. So stay tuned, we'll be right back. All right, so while we're in here, we're gonna go ahead and replace, these are the old fender, basically the fender covers that go in here like this. Perrin makes these nice little aluminum bits here. We basically just have to insert a couple riv nuts to mount them here on the chassis and fender. So I'm gonna go ahead and just riv knot those real quick, pop these in. This will keep that floral yellow theme going that we love so much around here. Add a little flavor to the bay. Okay, everybody, thank you so much for watching today's Subaru STI content. A bunch more parts came in today for this thing, so we're gonna have another video coming up for you guys very soon, so stay tuned for that. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button, leave us some comments down below, and definitely leave us some thumbs up. We appreciate all the love and support, guys. We'll see you in the next one. Yo, did you hear him? Tried to rob Dr. J last night when he was in the hospital?
What?
Dude,
No.
tell me it. Oh! Now see if you can find it, bro. Dude.
Oh yeah, she's gone, but